Few rivalries in WWE history have blurred the lines between scripted drama and real-life tension as much as The Rock versus John Cena. What started as a war of words between two generational icons evolved into a full-blown feud that captivated fans for years, culminating in two of the biggest WrestleMania matches of all time. But behind the electrifying promos and high-stakes matches was a genuine off-screen conflict, one that added an extra layer of intensity to their on-screen battles. This is the story of how two of WWE's biggest stars went from trading insults to headlining WrestleMania, and how their rivalry ultimately turned into mutual respect. The animosity between The Rock and John Cena didn't start in the ring. It began in interviews and behind-the-scenes comments. By 2008, The Rock had fully transitioned into Hollywood, becoming one of the most bankable action stars in the world. Meanwhile, John Cena was WWE's undisputed top guy, carrying the company through the post-Attitude Era. In an interview that year, Cena didn't hold back when asked about The Rock's absence from WWE, calling him a sellout, who used wrestling as a stepping stone to movies rather than staying loyal to the business. These comments struck a nerve. The Rock, who had once been the face of WWE, took offense to Cena's criticism, especially since he had helped pave the way for wrestlers like Cena to succeed. For years, The Rock stayed silent, but the tension simmered beneath the surface. Then, in 2011, everything exploded. On February 14, 2011, The Rock made his long-awaited return to WWE after a 7-year absence, announced as the host of WrestleMania 27. In his first promo back, he didn't waste time taking aim at Cena, mocking his "you can't see me" taunt and comparing him to a bowl of fruity pebbles. Cena responded the following week with a rap, a throwback to his Doctor of Thugonomics days, mocking The Rock for leaving WWE and calling him out for his Hollywood career. The battle lines were drawn, and the feud was officially on. What made this rivalry unique was how personal it felt. The Rock accused Cena of being a cookie-cutter goody-two-shoes character, while Cena fired back by saying The Rock had abandoned the fans who made him famous. The verbal sparring wasn't just scripted, it was fueled by real frustration on both sides. The Rock even called Cena a kung pao bitch in one promo, while Cena infamously pointed out that The Rock wrote his lines on his wrist, breaking kayfabe in a way that genuinely irritated the Great One. Their first physical confrontation happened at WrestleMania 27, where The Rock cost Cena the WWE Championship by hitting him with a rock bottom, allowing The Miz to retain the title. The next night on Raw, they made history by agreeing to face each other at WrestleMania 28, a full year in advance. Never before had WWE announced a WrestleMania main event so far ahead of time, but the hype was undeniable. The build-up to their once-in-a-lifetime match was masterful. The Rock, still juggling Hollywood commitments, appeared sporadically, but every segment was electric. In one memorable moment, he hosted a rock concert on Raw, singing parody songs to mock Cena. Cena, meanwhile, leaned into a more aggressive persona, even showing shades of a heel turn by taunting The Rock's fans. The tension reached a boiling point when The Rock made a joke about Cena's failed marriage during a promo, blurring the lines between storyline and reality even further. When they finally clashed at WrestleMania 28 in Miami, the atmosphere was electric. The match itself was a back-and-forth classic, with near falls, signature moves, and a dramatic finish. Cena, in a moment of hubris, tried to hit The Rock's own people's elbow on him, only for The Rock to counter with a rock bottom for the win. The crowd erupted, and the once-in-a-lifetime match lived up to its name. Of course, once in a lifetime didn't last long. A year later, at WrestleMania 29, they faced off again, this time for the WWE Championship. The Rock had won the title from CM Punk at the Royal Rumble, while Cena won the Rumble match itself, setting up a rematch with higher stakes. The second match didn't have the same raw emotion as the first, but it was still a hard-hitting encounter. The Rock suffered a legitimate injury early on, tearing his abdominal and adductor muscles, but he powered through. In the end, Cena got his redemption, hitting The Rock with an attitude adjustment to win the WWE title. After the match, the two shook hands, signaling the end of their rivalry and the beginning of mutual respect. In the years that followed, The Rock and Cena's relationship evolved. They teamed up at WrestleMania 32 to take on the Wyatt family, and Cena later admitted in interviews that he regretted his past comments about The Rock, acknowledging how difficult it was to balance WWE and Hollywood. Ironically, Cena himself would follow in The Rock's footsteps, becoming a major movie star in franchises like Fast and Furious and The Suicide Squad. Their feud remains one of the most iconic in WWE history, not just because of the matches, but because of the real-life drama that fueled it. It was a clash of eras, egos, and philosophies played out in front of millions. And while they've since moved on, their rivalry will forever be remembered as one of the defining stories of modern wrestling. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of WWE's greatest rivalries, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to WrestleLens for more wrestling content. Help us reach our first 10,000 subscribers and keep the wrestling conversation going. Who should we cover next? Let us know in the comments.